You can wholesale houses, you can flip property on paper from anywhere on the map.
That's true.
I got started summer 2018, closed my first deal October 19th, 2018. That deal made me $32,000. Did I buy your property? No.
Right.
Did I have to have license? Did I have to have credit for this?
No.
I ain't have to have none of that.
You dropping game? You dropping
I had to
gems?
have zero money. All I had to do was have hustle. Like one of my homies I taught, he in Louisiana, he just closed one yesterday, $35,000. He flipping properties in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Houses he never seen, never walked in.
Right.
Like, I took a lot of things literal as a kid. So if my mom would say closed mouth don't get fed,
That's real.
I'm gonna open my mouth for what I want. If you don't think about money in a positive way, like that's the biggest issue in the hood, like to this day is the way that we think about money. Triple M is about teaching people how to fish. Because if I give you a fish, I feed you for a day. But if I teach you how to fish, if you go starve, if you hungry, you gonna know how to go make some food.
Every time. All right, welcome back to the Rob the Savage podcast. I got a special guest, man, ABRAM Mitchell.
What's good? What's poppin', bro?
Man, you killing it, man.
Appreciate
killing
it,
it,
dog.
killing it.
I see you out here getting to it too, so.
Man, I'm trying, man. We've been in several rooms together, man, trying to finally sit down. Here we are, man. I see you got your podcast. You're killing it. You're giving information to the people who need to know. So we're gonna dive in, man. Who is ABRAM Mitchell?
ABRAM Mitchell, bro. That's a good question.
Okay.
Man, ABRAM, I'm a kid that want to be great, you know? So I'm from New Orleans, grew up in Baton Rouge area, and what you want me to really like talk about the beginning, or you want me to talk about like the business side of it?
Well, shoot. I mean, let's get a hold of who you are first. You know what I'm saying? You got a mixture. I know we talked off air about New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
What made that you? What made that you?
Yeah, so like me, bro, I was always a kid that just wanted more in life, you know what I'm saying? I came up in a household where I seen my parents like as entrepreneurs, you know, no matter if they was hustling, you know, I ain't gonna talk too much about that, or selling plate lunches or running a glass company, you know?
Okay.
I always was around that, you know, I never really grew up in a traditional household with parents clocking into a 9 to 5, you know?
Right.
So I always felt like I came up a little different because I might wake up and we at the glass shop with our mama, you know what I'm saying, all day while she handling business.
That's real.
So I was always exposed to that at a young age, and I was a kid that's like, I want to get in on that, you know what I mean? Of course, I played sports a lot.
Okay.
You know, I played ball, I played football. At one point, I thought I was going to NBA until
We all did, though.
At one point, I thought I was going to NBA until, you know, it wasn't, that dream, it was a dream, you know what I'm saying? But I played sports coming up, but once I, you know, kind of realized that football wasn't really for me, I started working. Okay. So my first job was in high school at Home Depot. That was my first job.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, bro. Because anybody that worked at Home Depot, and I always said, like, if you worked at Home Depot in the lumber department, then you understand work, because I used to close. You ever worked there? You ever?
I didn't work at Home Depot, but I worked at Lowe's.
Oh,
and that's just all up in your notes, man. I already know it.
What department?
So I was an unloader, bro.
Okay, so you was the night shift.
Night shift, yeah.
Y'all was coming in when we was leaving out.
I'm coming in at 6 o'clock and leaving hopefully at 2 or something like that, man.
Yeah.
It was bad, but I was on that forklift, so I know exactly what you mean on that, man.
So I was cleaning up the concrete out, making sure the lumber and everything together.
Yeah.
And, you know, doing that was probably one of the best things that happened for me, because it let me know that,
this ain't it.
This ain't it for me.
Yeah.
You know, like I like a challenge, you know, so like what I mean by that is, you know, if you get hired by a job and they tell you, all right, I'm gonna pay you $10, $12 an hour, and then you could look at your schedule and see how many hours you got for the week, for the next 2 weeks, for the month, you can easily calculate, okay, no matter what I do this one, I'm gonna make this money. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't like that. I didn't like being in an environment. I like to be rewarded based off of my result or based off of outcome, you know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know, got me into entrepreneurship. But I feel like I had to go through those experiences, even though I only worked at Home Depot 3 months. Then I worked as a fry cook for 3 months. I only worked a job for 6 months of my life.
Yeah.
But those 6 months just let me know exactly what I'm gonna spend the rest of my life not trying to do.
Nah, that's real.
Not trying to clock in or work for nobody.
Right.
So
Well, I was asking, what was your mental state at this time, man? Like you say, you was at Home Depot for 3 months,
Yeah.
and you was basically in the kitchen for 3 months. Like, what was that epiphany for you? Like, man, look, this ain't for me. But how was you getting your mindset right? Like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this entrepreneur stuff and not care about what nobody say.
I think it started real young, you know, just back to that, you know, my parents and stuff, and just seeing that entrepreneur, like, family and that lifestyle, it excited me, you know, because I didn't mention my dad had a fireworks stand too.
Man.
So he did that twice a year. My dad a hustler. Like,
It's ultimate hustle.
like he gone 8 o'clock in the morning, might not get back till 10 o'clock, you know, at night.
Right.
You know, because I told you the shop was in the city in New Orleans, you know, so he get up. On the weekends, we'll go with him, but during the week, I'm in school, you know. So he going to New Orleans, putting out signs, advertising the business to put food on our plate, you know.
That's real.
And I started realizing, okay, it's other sides to it. Like, you could be an entrepreneur and be self-employed, you know, and that's kind of what I seen my parents do a lot still to this day. Is like, they are the company, they the business. If they don't get up, the business not moving no more.
That's real.
You know, so I started seeing at a young age, like, how can I make this better?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know I want to get into entrepreneurship, but I want to get to a point where it's like, yeah, I love to work, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want everything to be purposeful. And it's like, while you get into entrepreneurship, you get into it to be enjoying yourself and have the freedom to do it whenever you want to, you know?
And that's what I realized even myself, bro, that time. Having time.
We missed out on a lot of vacation. Like, we ain't do none of that.
Man,
it's always, we gotta work.
Right.
You know, we gotta work, we gotta do this. So we ain't travel, we ain't really do too much of that. So like, I came up like, nah, I won't be able to travel, I won't be able to have time and not have to be on somebody else's clock.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because I think a lot, you know, our audience can attest to this.
Yeah.
Man, look, I grew up with some people, man, still ain't really left Tennessee. They might have been to Kentucky. And that's a vacation for them. So they don't know what else is out there.
That's how I used to be. I'm like, bro, if it ain't touching Louisiana, I ain't been there.
Right.
The only state I had been to was Tennessee, and that's because I had family up there in Memphis.
In Memphis, okay.
Yeah, I had family in Memphis, so we'll go there once a year for Thanksgiving. Sometimes we'll miss because, you know, that's around fireworks season.
Right.
Fireworks season start right after Thanksgiving, like probably around December 9th, you know, and then around the 4th of July, that time it start about a month before then.
Right.
So that's normally times when you out of school and got time to, you know, travel and do
travel and indulge with the people.
Exactly. Our vacation was Biloxi.
Man, you know, me and Ken was just down there, man, like a month and a half when we were in Charleston White. Man, look, I gotta say this on camera, she'll get mad. She thought it was a lake.
No.
You thought it was a lake?
No, it sounded bay. Y'all was like, oh, okay, it's the bay, and then.
In the hotel we
you can't even see the bottom. Okay. We don't get in that water.
Yeah.
We don't get in that water.
Yeah.
But that's our vacation. That's our beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I was a smart kid. So it's like, you know, yeah, we had fun. We was grateful for what it was, you know. But I'm like, it's somebody out here living better, you know.
Not real. I'm gonna say this because you hear Nashville now. If you know the history about Nashville, bro, when it comes to the South, and I mean this, Nashville was that. Memphis was too at one point, but Nashville was that point where if you from Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, you trying to go up north, and Nashville was that either that final resting place before you get to like Detroit, Chicago, but like it was at that sanctuary where you start seeing blacks doing for themselves because all the universities got here.
Bro, I'm happy you said that because like, Nashville is centrally located, you know. I feel like people from Detroit come to Nashville, people from down south come up, you know. And before I got here, I thought this was like, we from the bottom of the map.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Nashville up north. Like if it's snow or get
yeah.
cold, it's the north. So when I got here and they saying it's the south, I'm like, no, it's not. Like,
Right.
you know, I done been to a few rooms, you know, people, you know how people feel when you say
man, they get hot.
Like some Nashville people like, yeah, we're the South. Like, man, this ain't the South. You know what I mean? But I've been here long enough to where they got HBCUs out. You got the Hair, Fitz, TSU. You got a lot of culture out here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the last 10, 15 years, the city has been a strong, and me being in real estate, I see it right there at the forefront. It's been like a strong initiative to really wipe out the history of what really went down in this city before all of this.
You just said something. I'm gonna segue back to that because I want to really get on that point. That was killer right there. Like, I always express myself about that. I want to hit this before I hit that part. What was that first step in your entrepreneur life that you said, you know what, I'm done with the kitchen, done with the Home Depot, I'm gonna just jump on leap of faith. Was it real estate or was it another venture?
All right, so yeah, nigga, that's a good question. That's a good question. So like I said, I had always was around my people. So I was working the fireworks thing. I'm like 11, 12 years old. 6 o'clock in the morning, my daddy dropped me off. Boom, I'm taking the thing down, opening up the tent. We had some workers, 30, 40 years old, as I'm doing the register drops. I'm running the fireworks thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, he'll pay me a few dollars for that. I was a kid, so it was just, I was doing something. You know?
Right.
So I would consider, you know, those experiences working for my people was like some of my first experiences in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
But then you fast forward, so I got the Home Depot job my senior year.
Okay.
And worked that, it was like March 2016, worked that out until the summer. Then I went to college. That first year in college broke. I ain't get no job, I was on the, dorms. So
which college was it?
UL, University of Louisiana, Lafayette.
Yeah.
So I'm broke that first year. I remember whenever it was time to go home, I was the one with the car, and I always tell it, like my friends, I'm like, look, let's put it on gas so we can make it back to the crib.
Yeah.
Just going through situations like that, not really having money on campus, and then that first year, I didn't want to live on campus no more. So my parents was like, I'm not paying for an apartment. Like, So if you won't get an apartment, like you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, so the initial plan was to get in the plant. That's big in Louisiana. We got a lot of plants, a lot of chemical plants and stuff like that. So actually, one of my friends died in a plant coming up, just from sniffing.
Taking all that,
fumes and stuff. But, that's one of the plays, like how you can make money young in Louisiana. Like you could go be a scaffolder or something like that, some dangerous stuff, or operate or something, and make $12,000, $13,000 over a 2-3 month period.
Right.
So I remember me and one of my friends, we went through, we got our TWIC cards, we got our certifications, and we riding to the plants trying to get a job. We couldn't get a job. Like, nobody will hire us, So
what was the issue there?
Too much. I mean, you start realizing how many people want a job versus how many jobs available, So just experience putting in applications and not even getting a response. I'm like, damn, they telling us to work for somebody, but I really can't control if somebody go hire me, and then if they hire me, I can't control how long I'm gonna be there.
Right.
So I'm already like, man, this shit, I can't even get a job at the plant. Like this, I'm scared to get a job.
Not really.
Like I'm like the people that's putting all their eggs into getting a job or all their faith into that. I'm like, you taking the real risk.
That's a real risk. Yeah.
Shit, because I can't even control if they go hire me or not. So. Home Depot, I worked there, went to college, broke that first year, didn't have a job, wanted to move into an apartment, tried to get a plant job, couldn't get that. That's when I got the fry cook job. They were paying like $12 an hour. Dude hired me on the spot. Like, interview, nigga, he was like, you ready to start the day? I'm like, shit. I was hungry, like I'm broke, you hear me? So did that for probably like a few weeks, but I didn't like it. So then I went to my pops and I was like, I want to do my own thing in the glass business. So he bought me to the car wash with my kit, a repair kit. And listen, if I ever go broke, I'm going right back to what I know. My first way of making money on my own. So I remember basically to play in the glass business, it's a lucrative business. Anybody drive a car, you ever had a crack on your windshield, you gotta get it replaced, you gotta get it fixed. And in most cases, insurance cover that.
Correct.
So you get a kit, a repair kit, it takes you about 5-10 minutes to keep the crack from spreading and running. So you go to a full service car wash, because a lot of people pull up there with cars, you know what I'm saying? And you close these deals with your sales, you see people with a crack on their windshield, let them know, hey, I can fix this while you waiting to get your car washed, and I can call in an insurance claim. It's no cost to you, and it won't make your premium go up.
Yeah, it's killing.
Insurance like State Farm, Progressive, Geico. I knew the whole list of insurance companies that covered it.
Right.
But you making like $60, $70 a pop. So I got my kit, and my dad dropped me off at the car wash. Like he just left me there. It wasn't like let's do a day together, let's shadow. It wasn't none of that. It was like swim. Like This the car wash.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know how to do the chill repairs. Like he showed me he did it one time and like just showed it to me.
Yeah.
But like, I like the way he handled it with me because it was like, I'm not gonna give you nothing. Like, go out there and find your way. This gonna be better than me trying to hold your hand. You feel me?
Real.
So he dropped me off at the car wash. My first probably like week there, I ain't get nothing. You know, I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? But I was getting there. You know what I'm saying? I started, you know, getting the courage to go up to these cars and let people know, you know, what I could do for them. And I remember when I got my first one, you know, I was like, damn, I just made $60 in 10 minutes.
Right.
I'm adding up how many hours it take me to do that at Home Depot.
Correct.
And that shucks.
Right.
And that was the major shift in my mind, that time more valuable than money.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because I gotta go work a whole day to make $60
A whole
here.
day, bro.
And I just did a service, solved the problem, and made that in 5-10 minutes.
Right.
So once that mindset shift right there, that's a real big thing, because now it's like, okay, I'm talking to everybody that pull up here, because now if I could get 5 of these in a day, I'm making $200-300, you know? So that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I got my first $280. It was $283.
So Dad threw you out there in the sharks.
Yeah.
Like out the bird nest, you swim, you floated, you know what I mean? And that epiphany of like, man, look, if I gotta work at a job, house, place, I'm gonna make $60 in an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
But in 5 minutes, and all it took was just to switch. You said, okay. So you did that for how long?
Man, so I was doing that. I hit my first $280 day.
Okay.
I went crazy.
I know you
went
did.
home. I said, bro, they did like 5 of them today.
Yeah.
It's over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm
yeah.
about to go quit this job at Shucks, you know, but I didn't.
Okay.
Because this was within me, like working there 2 weeks. And I was like, man, I knew, you know, the supervisor, he was a cool dude. I knew he was building like the line. That's what they call the back, the line, you know, like the fry cook, the dishwasher, the griller, all that.
Right.
But I ain't want to just quit. So I told him, like, look, bro, I really don't need this money here, but I know you need me here still. Just work with me on the schedule. I'm like, shit, I was young. I ain't really I'm home for the summer, for college. I'm like, shit, I'm making money on y'all clock.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make money, you know? So I did that the whole summer.
Okay.
But like, I was really just all in on the glass business, because once I get these, I get it from my daddy, like the hustle, you know? So it's like, I know how to work my mouth. So it took that $280 day to where eventually, shit, I had $5,000-6,000 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now my main focus as the summer coming to the end is I need to bring this to Lafayette. Because, you know, Baton Rouge, an hour and a half away from where I was going to college.
Okay.
So then my daddy was like, you got to go close a car wash up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how'd I do that? He said, go find you a car wash up there, let them know that you want to work on this spot, and they going to have you pay rent. So I remember I got my business together, my LLC. I'm like, bro, I'm probably like 18, 19 years old.
Man, that's killer. Your dad.
Got my LLC, got my own logo.
Right.
And then I drove up to Lafayette and started setting up meetings with these car washes. Mm-hmm. And I remember getting turned around. No. Then boom, Todd's Car Wash, I remember.
Okay, shout out to Todd.
Yeah, shout out to Todd, bro. I remember we worked out a deal. I was paying him $600 a month. Okay. And I closed my spot. So now I'm like, man, bro, I'm feeling like I'm rich, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in college. I'm like, bro, I just said I make $300 in a day. Back in Louisiana, these are like $600 a month. You know what I'm saying? So it was closing the spot. So now I'm like, boom, I get to college. I hit the ground running, you know what I'm saying? I'm making money out there. And I say I did that probably for about a year, and I crossed. Okay. So I pledged, and the glass business is seasonal. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like when it get cold outside, it gets slow. Okay. So, you know, I just started noticing again, I gotta go out here, be in the sun, and I gotta do the windshields to make money. Right. So it was great money, but if you ain't growing, you dying. That's true. It started getting boring to me. You know, I'm like, now, like I start looking up stuff I want. I'm like, I gotta make bigger chunks. You feel me? Right. So my initial plan was I'm gonna find a spot for a firework stand out there. So I found the spot, and then my dad's sister, my aunt, so she married my uncle, and I tell a story like this is because I grew up watching her with multiple boyfriends, but she married my uncle. This dude was in real estate.
Okay.
So that's my first time ever coming in contact with somebody that was talking about credit, real estate, investing. I just used to talk on the phone with him. He said passive income. I'm like, what that is? Like, my people ain't know none of that.
Yeah, all this terminology is new to you.
I'm the first person to go to college in my family. I ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? So we hustlers. You know, that's who we is. We natural born hustlers. But I remember when I met him, I remember calling my dad up one day. I said, Dad, I had read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. I didn't want to say he my rich dad.
Yeah,
Poor Dad.
Yeah.
I said, shout out to Rod too, but I said, Daddy, you my blue collar dad.
Yeah.
Uncle James, that's my white collar daddy. Cause he put me on some like game that's gonna build wealth, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember my dad telling me, like, man, listen to everything he's saying, you know. So I used to talk to him a lot, you know. One day he mentioned wholesaling real estate. He was like, you could flip houses. Cause I was like, how I get into real estate? How I get into real estate? And he was like, you gotta build your credit, you gotta stack some money. And one day he mentioned wholesaling. That's what you was asking me how long I was in the glass business.
Right.
It was until he mentioned wholesaling real estate to me.
Okay.
So he sent the video to me, and I started looking at the videos, and I'm seeing people flipping properties on paper, literally, and making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 just from middleman in the deal. You know, somebody in the streets probably look at it as like the plug or something. You know how the plug operate. You feel me?
Right.
It's the same thing. You know. So I came across that game, and I basically started funneling my glass money into learning that real estate business. So this was in 2018, summer 2018.
Okay.
That's when my first piece of the real
What's
estate.
crazy, bro? We got an inline situation there with that. Like, so my mom's sister, husband, he passed away. Deceased husband.
Okay.
You said a statement about your dad. He was the blue collar. Man, that was my white collar uncle because he went to the Navy, did 25 years. Then he was a pilot for FedEx for another 20 years.
Oh, so he flying plane like
Right, but he the one that tried to teach the family about stocks and bonds. That they from Memphis.
All right.
So I'm like, man. So I always grew up knowing the hard work my dad put in the post office, doing all those things he did. But
I got people in the post.
See, you know what I'm saying? Man, they just
once you there, you don't leave.
You don't leave. And he did.
Not leave.
My dad was 40 years, bro.
Yeah, that's how one of my uncles.
He's
like 40, 50 years out in LA.
Yeah.
Like they do not leave.
The benefits and all that. But he was stuck on that. But my auntie's, former husband, man, he was the stocks and bonds, and he was getting into real estate. True story. Like I said, they from Memphis. I seen Michael Jordan one time in my life, bro. I can say this.
Michael Jordan?
So this how this happened. Again, FedEx, the headquarters in Memphis.
All right.
So Uncle Joe was a pilot. He used to get tickets to the golf tournament they used to have, or they still do have in Memphis.
Okay.
I seen Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan that same day, bro, just on that tournament, because he brought me, my little brother, and his 2 kids out to that.
Damn,
and I knew it, man.
What year that was?
This had to be like 99, bro, 2000.
So MJ had he ain't even retired.
He just retired.
Because he retired in 03, huh?
That was the last time, the last time with the Wizards. So I'm like, man, I'm really seeing, I couldn't believe it, bro. So, but I knew the money was different. My dad wasn't broke, but he wasn't that. Mm-hmm. So that was an epiphany for me, man. So it's crazy how when you said that one statement, it struck with me.
Yeah,
because
bro.
The white blue collar dad, white collar uncle.
Yeah, facts, bro. So
real.
I dove in that game head first. Like I'm the type that dive head first, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I always want some money. I skipped this part, but like when I was a kid, bro, I used to go to my cousin's birthday parties, and like I used to hit up everybody that be like, my birthday was 2 months ago.
Hustle.
Man, like you go to my family, bro. They know me as this, because at the end of the part, I'm getting $40, $50.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Like my people, I be getting a cut. Man, how you got 40?
Yeah.
I said I went told everybody it was my birthday. I'm getting $5, $5. Like they like it used to get to the point where they was like, man, we might not invite everyone to the party. Cause I just knew the concept of closed mouth. It's like I took a lot of things literal as a kid. So if my mama say closed mouth don't get fed,
That's real.
I'm gonna open my mouth for what I want.
That's real.
My mama told me we ain't rich, money don't grow on trees. You gonna have to be rich because you always want stuff. That's how I'm a kid. I always want stuff. So all right, I'm gonna open my mouth to get some money.
No, that's real though,
you
bro.
feel me? And it carried on into as I got older. I always open my mouth. Like I'm always a student of the game. Even being a college dropout, I've never stopped learning.
You ever heard the book called The Spook That Sat by the Door?
Nah.
Man, look it up, man. Cause it explains what you're talking about right now in yourself, bro. Like for real, man. Okay, so you got a wholesaling. You actually, so you in Lafayette with it, or you in Baton Rouge and New Orleans with it?
I was in Lafayette, so I was in college.
Right.
You know, this was me going into my third. Well, I was halfway my third year.
Okay.
So I'm a junior in college. I learned about it in summer of 18, and I dove straight in. It took me about 4 months to get my first deal. It was here in Nashville.
Okay.
So
how you go from junior in college? It took you 4 months to get it, but what draw you to Nashville to even find
so
something?
my uncle was staying in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
So I started. I mean, you could wholesale houses. You could flip property on paper from anywhere on the map.
That's true.
Like one of my homies I taught, he in Louisiana. He flipping. He just closed one yesterday, $35,000. He flipping properties in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Houses he never seen, never walked in.
Right.
With all this technology and stuff we got, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got so much respect for the people that came up before us that like really laid this foundation. Cause like they was getting it how they live without none of this, you know?
None of it. And they had to go to them places.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So like me and one of my friends were talking about this yesterday. I'm like, man, the people that like really was here before this technology and knew how to get by, knew how to get things done. I bet when technology came apart, they the ones that really seen like how this could 10x everything they doing.
No, for real.
Because it's cutting out 5-10 steps in between, you know what I'm saying?
It also probably made them sad in the same sense, like, man, I didn't put all this footwork in.
And did they just
a click?
A click.
That's crazy.
So it's two sides of the coin. And they got people that complain about it and don't want to adapt. But then you got the people that's like, damn, I put in all this work, but this click took out 10 steps of my process.
Right.
Which now, instead of servicing 10 people, I might could service 100, you know what I mean? Or instead of having to be at the property, I could do it from my laptop.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the power of technology. So,
and I say this, I want like I said, I just had Billy Bands on my podcast not too long ago.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to Billy, man. But my thing is, man, I want us black folks to get into tech, bro. You saying it right now.
And I'm not even in tech. I use
use
technology a lot, though.
Yeah.
I'm just not innovating no tech, like coming up with a software or something.
But you still is, even just by that real estate game, by making a click, that's still part of it.
Yeah.
You still got people who still doing the footwork.
Using it,
Using it, bro, like for real.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Man, use it to our advantage, bro. Like, also that's what the world's gonna go to, bro. It ain't gonna be too much of us doing graduate stuff no more. It's gonna be all about.
Bro, I was watching 19 Key. You know 19
Yeah,
Key?
yeah.
So I was watching High Level Conversation, and they had this dude named Human on there, and it wasn't him. It was another guy. I'm tripping. It was Earn Your Leisure.
Market
Mondays. Market Mondays, and they had this guy on there that worked for NVIDIA, and basically he got this grant through his company. He was high up in NVIDIA. Like you know NVIDIA?
I don't.
Man, NVIDIA is like this chip company.
Okay.
It's the one that
chips on the phone and everything.
Yeah, they done ran up from like $100 to like $500 this year, like crazy. Like you ever heard of AMD?
AMD, I have.
So you know about Taiwan, right?
I do.
And China, and like the reason why China want to take over Taiwan because they got the chips and the semiconductors and all that. So Nvidia is basically the top company right now, as far as like chips. And I'm not gonna say like I know everything about it, but I know Nvidia is like at the forefront of like just AI innovation, technology, like games that's super real, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And as a result, that company that went crazy this year, just because they at the forefront of AI, you know how hot that is right now. But basically, this guy was talking about he got gifted a supercomputer to put anywhere he wanted to, and like this like like a multiple six-figure like piece of technology, like supercomputers. You can't just go somewhere and use one.
You go to the Best Buy to get that.
Yeah, that's at like the best of the best. And the parts of town that, like we just talked about, they ain't even got grocery stores where we at right now.
Right.
So he went and put it in the hood. Couldn't get nobody to use it. Multiple six-figure piece of technology. I think he said 7-figure. I think I'm pretty sure he said it was about $2 million worth of technology equipment.
Wow.
But the big issue is like you were just saying, is getting us to even use it, understand how that technology could benefit us. You know,
and that starts really, bro, at our schools. Like, even though they took the trade things out of our schools, man. Our metro schools don't have nothing to teach tech. They got the basic, like how to keyboard. That ain't nothing.
Yeah. Like IBCA class, right?
Man, keyboard class.
That's what they got.
That's all they got. We got none of that. If the private schools barely even got any kind of IBM type of stuff, so you really had to get that stuff outside of it. But I think it's gonna come a time where, especially when Amazon and Oracle put their East Coast headquarters in, they finna start implementing it in our schools, bro.
And I think it's not even just it's an American thing too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we geared on entertainment, you know what I mean, and finance, you know what I'm saying? So like tech, like coding and your engineers, like a lot of them is like, usually the schools I was at, like it was the foreign kids that was good at that.
They always been on.
It was always like the Indian or Chinese.
They taught that. They're taught to go into the industries first.
Yeah.
They got us stuck on the football and basketball.
Exactly. Yeah. Football, basketball.
That's what we get taught first.
Yeah. So like it definitely, I think it's an initiative now to change that. You know what I'm saying? Because the technology or whatever it is only as good as the user.
Only as good as the user.
So
right.
I got started summer 2018, closed my first deal October 19th, 2018. That deal made me $32,000.
Can you walk us through that process? How you made that?
Yeah, so basically, it was a cold call. So like basically what wholesaling is flipping property on paper. So say you own a piece of property and you're in a situation where you need to sell it. We call you a distressed or motivated seller. And of course the property is not up to 2023 standard, it needs some work. And you want to sell it quick and just, you say you got to move like 5 states away quick.
Right.
So me as a wholesaler, I get in contact with you and I let you know, hey, let's say your property worth $200,000. I say, Rob, I'll give you $100,000 for it. You looking at it like, I need this 100 right now.
Right.
Abram, let's do it. Let's put it on contract. Cool. So we'll sign a contract, and we might sign that contract. We go close 30 days from now.
Right.
30 days from today, I'm gonna buy your property for $100,000. All right. So say my homie Fridge, say he flip properties. I know he an investor around here.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, yo, Fridge, I got this property over at 123 Main Street. Boom. I might show him some pictures. He might want do an appointment to go see it in person, then I'll be like, I sell this to you for $120.
Right.
So Fridge might say, all right, cool, we can do $120. So when at the end of that 30 days, on closing day, Fridge bring $120,000, he might get a lender or something like that. I've seen it both ways, cash, lender, bank wire, whatever. Point is, Fridge is the buyer of this property.
Correct.
So on that day, he come with the $120. You get the $100,000, I get the $20,000 in between. Did I buy your property? No.
Right.
Did I have to have license? Did I have to have credit for this? No. I ain't have to have none of that.
You dropping game. You dropping
I had to have zero money. All I had to do was have hustle. And most people feel like we have a money issue. Like, I can't get into real estate because. And I thought like this at one point. My house $300,000. I need $300,000 to buy it. So why would I even think about getting in real estate? I ain't got that type of money.
Yeah.
But really, most people got a strategy issue because I just taught you a strategy where you could work your mouth, build a relationship, and then sign a piece of paper, and then build another relationship and go sell that paper to somebody else and make $20,000.
That quick.
Can you explain the paper that you are signing? Because I think sometimes I get confused with that. So what are you actually signing to the seller?
So
or with the seller?
Between me and him would be a purchase. Good question.
Okay.
Between me and you would be a purchase and sell agreement.
Okay.
So basically, an agreement to buy your property.
Okay.
Me and Fridge, I will then assign my purchase and sell agreement to him for a fee.
Okay.
That's why I call it flipping paper.
Okay.
I'm charging you $20,000 because I control this piece of paper.
Right.
It's wholesaler. Like I said, it's the same thing. The streets with the plug. And
Right.
I get it at this price. That it's like fronting somebody. You heard me? Like, and then you go sell the product, and then boom, we cut it down that way.
Right.
We middleman, the plug middleman in most of the situations. You feel me? So as a wholesaler, you middleman it.
Right.
You bring it. I'm bringing you and Fridge together, and I'm getting my fee in between.
That's all it is. Fantasy.
So Fridge, exactly. So Fridge, he buy it for $120. He might slap 20-30 into it and sell it for $200,000.
Right.
You feel me? So the investment makes sense for all three parties, and it makes sense for you because I helped you do something that I put it like this, because some people are like, why don't Rob just sell his property on his own, or why would you sell your property for $100,000? How many times your dad sold the house coming up?
Not once.
How many times your dad sold the house?
Not once.
So would y'all consider real estate as a foreign thing to 99%?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
literally.
So that's what makes the game for somebody like me, because I get paid for being an expert and helping you out in a process that you probably never did before. But I do it 3 to 5 times a month. And then Fridge, on the other hand, he ain't trying to put in the work to go talk to the people, find out who in a distressed situation. Because in certain situations, I might give you $500. You might say, hey, bro, I need $500 to go put a deposit down my next apartment.
Yeah.
Can you help me get a moving crew out here? We do stuff like that as a wholesaler because I want to help this process be smooth as possible for you. Because one is going to help you out. It's going to make my service worth it.
Right.
And two, I could get the property at the best price and then boom, sell it to the next investor.
Right.
Man, look, he dropping gems for y'all, man. He dropping gems. So man, look, you didn't got to Nashville, made $30K quick.
Yeah.
So what's your
I
next
dropped
step?
out, yeah. So as soon as I
You
got
dropped out
that
of school, too.
So you
dropped
dropped that
clean out.
over with.
Okay, it's
That's
over.
what I said my goal was to make $20,000 from August to the next year. And I said I was do 5 deals, made more than that.
Right.
I dropped out on my first deal, moved straight to Nashville, and then I got into the game. That's how I started building my business, building my company.
Okay.
How do you find those what you call the people who would foot the property? Or those investors, I guess.
Just like stuff that we at right now.
Okay.
Community meetups. They have networking. Just like right now, we at what we doing? Giving away food, giving away clothes in the community, and they got people out here that got businesses. They got entrepreneurs out here, and they see each other and they talking to each other. Just like the guy I was just talking to before we shot Judah. If I wasn't here, me and him would have never met, and then I wouldn't have known what he do. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing what somebody do, then you know what you can offer to help them out.
Right.
So basically, I said that to say that real estate networking events, meetups, doctors, lawyers, a lot of people invest in real estate.
They do. Passive income, right?
Exactly.
Cool. So you got to Nashville, you created your business. Is that when you thought of the brand Triple M's? How did that come about?
Man, Triple M, bro. It's crazy because I've been in Nashville 5 years. Triple M is 1 year old this month.
Real.
This month.
It got motion, bro. I'm seeing the hats, the pearl, everything.
Yeah, bro. So I got in the game, bro, and I probably spent about $50,000 on mentorship my first year.
Okay.
And my main focus, bro, I was low in Nashville when I got here. Like, ain't nobody know me. I ain't go nowhere. I wasn't even 21. Back where I'm from, we get in the club at 18. Like, once you make 18, it's wide open in Louisiana.
Right.
This was new getting to Nashville. You got to be 21 to get in the club.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So I wasn't even 21 when I got here. And the first few years, I was inside. And then COVID came around. I'm inside.
You really inside.
So I'm inside, focused on building my business, making my money, you know what I mean? And then eventually I started getting more out there on social media, start tapping in with the city more. And just like somebody like my uncle or somebody like one of my mentors or hard money lenders took a bet on me, I know that everything happened for a reason. So it's my duty to spread the word, and that's what Triple M came from, money making mindset.
Okay.
You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you can't make no money if you ain't got the mindset. The most reason, just like we were talking about earlier, how you gonna use the technology if you don't know how it can benefit you?
Correct.
You feel me? So how you gonna make money if you don't think about money in a positive way? Like that's the biggest issue in the hood. Like to this day is the way that we think about money. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it in a negative way, if you think about as soon as I get this money, I gotta use it to impress somebody,
right,
then you will forever be in that broke mindset. Like broke, no matter if I got $0 in my bank account or $1 million, I'll never be broke because that's a mindset thing.
It's a mindset. It's a generational curse.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big spiritual warfare that's hitting our people. But you giving hope, man, just by explaining your story of how you can learn the strategies to make money and get people out of this mindset of just being broke or they don't deserve to have anything. Again, like look how we was outside. Those people are happy even get food, clothes. But if they was to hear this and when they do hear this, it'd change their whole mindset. You might have like 5-6 people out here might make their deal the next other day just by hearing that.
And that's the point, you know, and that's what Triple Up came, you know, because you don't every day see somebody young, you know, doing what I'm doing in the city. So it created a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like, bro, I want to get in this game, you know, I want to get in.
I take my hat out to you, man. Both of y'all both, you know, Candace, she 25, you 25. I'm like, man, and y'all get it. I wish, but if I would have had that mindset, you know, at the time, I was still wrestling with the football at the time. So my mind wasn't on the real estate tip like that.
Oh, cause you played ball at college.
Yeah, so I'm over here like I'm trying to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. But you hitting the ground running with that, that's a great, man. If I was 25 doing that, oh man.
And that's why I talk to a lot of my athlete, bro, cause you know my whole probably like 5-6 of my boys I played with went D1, you know. So that was another reason why I was like, I gotta get to this bag.
That's a
Cause I was the one that ain't, you know, I was undersized, you feel me? I was nice, but I ain't. You know, I was there at signing day and watched all my homies signing LSU, Minnesota, Kansas, Purdue.
Yeah.
Like I went to the top school, you know, like we breed, you know, Justin Reed, like we got NFL athletes, you know what I'm saying, from our school.
I met your homie who played at Purdue, right?
Jared.
Yeah.
So football, you know, that's the dream, you feel me? So when literally all of my friends went signed D1 scholarships, I was like, I'm not gonna be that one that's leeching. I'm not gonna be the one that's like, oh, I'm cool with such and such. You feel me? So I made it a point. I'm gonna meet y'all boys at the top.
I love that.
I'm gonna meet y'all boys at the top. And what in reality, bro, God working mysterious ways. I'm actually the one that got all my friends doing real estate.
That's killer.
Cause that football shit is not for long.
It's not. It's what NFL stand for. Not for long.
I watched them they all into making it to that league.
Yeah.
And a lot of them did not make it for uncontrollable reasons. Like when you look at the stats, it's less than 1% that go there.
You putting all your ability and faith in one person's hand.
Yeah. Like injuries, some of them tore their ACLs.
Before you even get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went and learned this game. I'm showing them, I'm sending them checks, 30, 40,000, you know what I'm saying? When I was first getting my start. And when COVID popped around, they cut them off, the athletes, the stipends, the money. So 2 of my homies specifically, shout out to Cone and Rick, that's my day ones. They called me, they was like, bro, Ham, that's what my partners call me. My real day ones, they call me Ham.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's my nickname. So they was like, man, we need to learn this game. I said, I've been waiting on y'all.
Yeah.
Waiting on y'all. So boom, taught them the game. They both got their first deal within like the first 3 months. Coney made 15,000, Rick made 5,000. It was that mindset shift for them. They knew, damn,
it's right here. Yeah.
And they were still in the middle of college ball, so it was like they made that money. It was like, all right, I got this money, you know. But I'm still.
It also gave them a fallback plan, bro.
Exactly.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, they closed the deal, but they still focus on football. So my partner Coney in specific, he'll close a deal, you know, ball, go back down to 0, then go close another deal, make 10,000, go back down to 0. He went to the draft, he didn't get drafted. He went to the XFL, they cut him. Went to the CFL, they cut him. Then he was like, look, Ham, I'm done. I'm hanging the cleats up, I'm starting my business.
Right.
That was in like May. He'd have made 6 figures. He'd have made over 100,000.
He made what he would have made playing.
Yeah, he'd have made all that. You know what I'm saying? Going all in on his business, you know what I mean? And then my other homie, he going crazy too. in the business, and I got multiple partners. Jared, you met him. You know, I got multiple partners that know this skill. You feel me? And I basically explain it like Triple M is about teaching people how to fish. Because if I give you a fish, I feed you for a day. But if I teach you how to fish, if you go starve, if you hungry, you gonna know how to go make some food.
Every time.
You feel me? So my partners, if you go negative, hey, instead of giving you 1,000, giving you this, they know what to go do. You feel me? So like sometimes people view, I'm gonna give this person money. It's easier to give somebody money than to give them time and give them game and work with them until they learn how to do it. To what now? All right, you don't need me no more, bro.
It's just like that Jay-Z situation everybody talking about when you take the $500K or you sit down in a conversation with them.
It depends who you is.
You
know, because everybody like Jay-Z said, take the 500K, but hey, if you somebody that got a play that's 500 mil, hey, I'm not worried about 500K. I'm trying to go sit in front of Jay-Z and tell him about this play.
Right.
Tell him about this business play I got. So it's like, it's no wrong to that answer because it depends on your situation. You know, it depends on where you at.
Man, look,
me right now, I take the 500K.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say that. Yeah, I'd rather take that. But I still, it's intriguing with having that conversation with them. You know what I mean? But I feel like, I can have that conversation with myself with that 500.
Yeah.
Flip it.
But see, if I had a play that I knew Jay-Z had the power to make happen, say we had, something in Nashville, 100-something acres, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, Jay-Z, we got
the
an opportunity to build a whole city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your own city, inside the city. Right.
You know, and it might have initiatives stuck to it with nonprofits, with giving back community. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Jay-Z might be in a position where they could help me make that happen.
Right.
I'm gonna make it happen with or without him. But that's why I say, it's no right or wrong to the answer.
It's not.
It depends on your situation.
A lot of times us blacks, we looking at that money part. So, right, man.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take money.
Yeah, I'm taking the money.
Facts.
Right. But like you just said, man, you can have a whole neighborhood you could have built.
They got people like, shit, Yo Gotti's, they don't need 500K.
They don't.
They'll go sit with Jay-Z and learn how to make 500K, you know what I'm saying, a month, an extra 500K.
Right.
I done been in rooms where one piece of game that made me 500,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the power of being in the rooms, and that's what Triple M about. We throw in-person events. We got a community. We got a Telegram feed, and we do these events, and we all about putting the people together. You know what I'm saying? Like I had Burt Matthews come speak in my last event. I had Jeff Magruder. I had DJ Wooten. I had John Swift. Like the top of the top people.
Most
people that you're not about to just have the opportunity to conversate with them like we are right now.
These are killer people, man.
Yeah.
Come on, shout out to Wholesaler. Horsemen in there. This is some deep.
Like this 8 and 9 figure people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you talking to, I know when I met my first millionaire.
Yeah.
Like that was like, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like, we put you around millionaires on an everyday basis.
Right.
So it's like the cliche thing, you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. You hang around 5 shooters.
It's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing.
So we all about Triple M, we always say, we say get in the room. You know what I'm saying? So we getting you in the room. We getting you around that atmosphere that's going to push you forward.
All those people being around you, being millionaires and billionaires around you, it's going to rub off on you at some point.
What you think they talking about?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
They go back again to that Jay-Z thing. They can give you 500,000. I'd rather take their knowledge up.
Yeah.
Because they got connections and all kinds of things.
I mean, somebody that don't know what to do with 500,000, they go get that 500, they go cash out on the whip, they go come ride through the hood to show everybody. Yeah. Then they go start giving money to people.
Yeah.
Just to give it. Then they go use that money, buy clothes, this and that. 500 gone in a year.
Gone.
The scariest thing is to come across some money that you don't know how you made it.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
They never know. Man, look, man, you got a book. You teaching knowledge, man. Let the people know about your book, bro.
I ain't dropped the book yet.
Okay.
No, so I got the course. So I know what you think. I know what you thinking of. Like in this day and age, it be looking like it do.
It do.
But I got, so We do all live training. So we do weekly live calls, but I also got the pre-recorded material coming out with a book, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't out yet.
We're gonna put speaking in existence.
We got the show. We got the pod, we got some stuff coming.
Okay, how can they get your course then, bro?
So, I mean, you follow me on Instagram, Abram, ABRAM Mitchell, MITCHELL _ The link's in my bio. You just see the updates. That's me on TikTok, Instagram. Go on YouTube. You'll see the podcast. We put out so much free information that I like people to come to me and be like, bro, I made $20,000 off this video you put out.
Not really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you'll know how to tap in with me from just following me on the social media.
Hey man, this young brother is coming in town here, man. He done things that people who've been here for years should have been done, but he giving the knowledge and giving back, man. I'm proud of you, bro. We always in the same rooms, man. We'll continue to be in the same rooms.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. We done been in a few rooms and they didn't even,
Man.
I know who you is. I think what's crazy is, so TJ.
Yeah.
So he was working with me for the longest, and I guess y'all was doing something together. Mahi and all
Mahi, all that.
So he'll come in
too.
and always talking about you, and he was like, yeah, y'all need to get on the show and all this. But I just wasn't even all the way in the content field.
Right.
At that
to be
point.
honest with you, bro, with TJ and Mahi,
and then D-Saw too.
With D-Saw, that's my dog. I met him a couple years ago, man, at a meetup. You know what I mean? And him being from Alabama, I plugged him in with some people in the city. He got acclimated, and look what he doing.
Yeah.
But with TJ and them, man, we actually went down to Atlanta to this kind of like a church thing. But I ended up behind him with the bro because of football. Because both of them played football. But the real estate tip came in because he got his dad or his uncle has a property in Nashville. We were trying to get it sold, and I was just pointing in the right direction with my boy Emmanuel, and boom, that was it.
And TJ, he was working with me because he wanted to learn, the real estate game. So he out flipping properties and stuff. Now his grandma actually work at Meharry.
Okay.
Yeah,
she higher up in Meharry.
Yeah. Like the chief financial CFO or something.
Yeah, she up there. She up there.
So he a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
He always mention your name, and I think I seen you in a few spots, and then eventually we started, talking and stuff. And this was a long time coming because we've been talking about linking up and doing this probably for 3 months now.
3 months. I mean,
I see you at the concert.
50 Cent situation. Yeah. Oh man, that was a crazy night. Can't tell you that. But that, and then man, like I said, I'm always being around people who's doing positive things, man, like-minded things. And it's all about your network. Point blank.
It is. It's about. It's about. It's not about who you know. It's about who know you and what they know you for.
What they know you for. That's why it was also important, man, to have an interview here at this church. Shout out to Claiborne Street Church.
I like it, dog. I seen that back there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was just like,
they have some dope art in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's cold. It's nice.
I was going to ask you just a personal question, but does your name mean something to Abram? Or
Yes.
I would love to know what that means.
So it means exalted father. Yeah.
Okay.
So you look at it in the Bible, it was Abram, which is exalted father. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like a strong figure, like a leader. You know what I'm saying? And then he changed it to Abraham, which is father of many. Yeah. So
that's killer.
Name definitely a whole weight.
Name all with that. He just put his own game. And I knew that too, man. But I'm glad you.
I did too. I just wanted to know if your parents they were super intentional about naming you that. So I was.
And I'm a junior.
Me as well. That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's real, man. He seen something off top.
Yeah.
What the Bible says, he said, I knew you before you was in the womb.
Come on.
Names hold weight, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're intentional about it,
That's why I'm so big on legacy, man. You see, I got a little man in here.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He can't sit down, but hey, I want him to be in these buildings.
That's like I was, bro. With my people while they working, while they hustling, it ain't no different, and he paying attention to this and he seeing that,
Not most there.
And sometimes I'm not a parent, but as a parent, I can only imagine sometimes you don't even realize how much your kid actually notices from their perspective versus they spectating and you just moving around, and not sometimes you don't even realize that they caught things that you don't even remember, So it's important to have him around this.
It is. I'm always do it, man. Man, look, before I let you go, man, I got 3 savage questions I want to ask you.
For sure. I like that 3 savage.
Oh yeah, got
to think about weather.
When Webby came out at that time, I'm in high school. Yeah, that was
savage. Like you like
that,
that,
and I got to tell on my back. I'm taking my shirt off every part of it.
That's your last name,
My real last name. Yeah.
Damn, that's gangster.
So I had to live up to it. It was rough.
That's a real football name, right? Rob Savage. You played the offense or defense?
Offense.
What'd you play?
See.
Oh
yeah,
man,
so
Savage with the
man.
Yeah.
My whole life, man, every sport, everything, that you had to live up to it. You know what I mean? But first Savage question, bro. In real estate, what scares you the most, though? You know, everybody hears the pros. What's the con to you?
Man, that's a good question right there, bro. Cause man, you know that Drake lyric, imagine me rapping about if I never made it. Negative thoughts don't even enter my inner matrix. I don't focus on being scared, bro.
I like that.
Yeah, I get nervous and, anxious, but I feel like if I speak it, that's what make it real. So it's like, fear is real, but at the end of the day, I face it head on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm scared of not getting better. Okay. I'm scared of not learning, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but I'm always do that.
Okay. Okay. That's a good response.
It's not one thing that just scared me. I guess the scariest thing is us getting priced out.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
Being a part of this game, participating in it, and doing as much as I could do, I see that we're at a point in the market where the everyday person, they not gonna afford it. Like we getting priced out. You got rich, you got poor, no middle class.
Correct.
So that's the scariest thing is seeing that there's a whole world, a whole side that's literally about to just get left out.
And I can see that.
And it's done.
And hopefully that time don't come no time soon.
No, it's here.
Yeah.
No, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the scary thing, is it's here.
It's
and I don't know how we gonna climb out. Like, it ain't no controlling it.
Right.
You gotta educate the people, but I just sold a home last week to this family, 3-bed, 2-bed, 1,200 square feet for $530,000. Come on, man, you here in Nashville, you cannot buy a house for less than $400,000. Look at these people out here, bro.
Yeah.
What they gonna do when they tear these projects down?
Man.
Where they gonna move to?
They're gonna have to take them to some kind of affordable house somewhere outside the city because there's no way to
get it. That's what it's like. I'm like, bro, let's get in Memphis. Let's get in the Milwaukee's, the Chicago's, let's get in these states that's 60,000, 70,000 what's the value of something? The value is what me and you agree that it's worth.
Right.
So why don't we go build up these communities that they saying ain't high value? Because you got all these houses in Memphis that you can still pick up for 50, 60, 70, 80,000.
You know, the tax exempt, all types of stuff.
Because Nashville ain't going back.
No, they're not.
So you gotta, like all these, like let's just be honest. Let's be real, bro. All these people in these projects, it's too late for them to invest in Nashville.
Right.
If I'm being 100% honest, yeah, maybe a few of them could get in and figure out how to get in, but it's too late. It's too high. It's too expensive. So I'm saying let's spread out to these outskirts and let's get it, because the most important thing in real estate is where you buy it, the price you enter.
Speaking of that, for the sake of Savage question, on this one, bro, what's the top 2 areas in Nashville that you say is the highest market to get in, or easiest market to get in to buy a home and flip, or property and flip?
In Nashville, in the metropolitan?
In the city.
North Nashville.
Okay.
And North Nashville and like Bordeaux. Y'all consider Bordeaux North though, huh?
Yeah.
See, I consider it like 2 different spots of town, but like really like North Nashville.
It is. I mean, it's still North Nashville. We should say Bordeaux. Well, Antioch is really like
y'all
South
don't
Nashville.
consider Antioch Nashville either though, huh?
Well, we do.
So Antioch and North.
Okay. So Antioch, and technically Antioch is South Nashville, but it's just another neighborhood type thing.
South Nashville and North. East and West.
It's 2 years too. It's over for that. It's over there for like 20 years ago.
Yeah. And North is expensive too, and Antioch, but
anything off Clarksville Highway, Trinity Lane, it's getting, even though it's kind of easy a little bit too. The third one though, bro, I gotta ask you this. This might be a little bit off of the real estate tip.
Yeah.
What's the best city you have lived in your lifetime so far?
The best city?
You're using Lafayette, you're using Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Nashville, and Memphis. I know you're using that for a little bit too, right? With the family.
Man, bro. you know I can't go against my city.
I
As
know.
far as the people, but as far as writing my story,
Okay.
Nashville, Tennessee. Even though I ain't from here, the people accepted me with open arms, you know what I'm saying? Like people like you, people like, just a lot of people I done met in the city since I've been getting out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I found myself here, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to fish here, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to be a man here, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to take care of myself, provide myself, and really achieve all my goals and become financially free. So as far as for my story, Nashville is the city that I've experienced my adulthood in, because I came here as a baby, 19, 20 years old.
Nah, that's real, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
But I love my city, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shit, be honest, I got a fact for you. I was actually conceived in New Orleans.
Right.
Funny thing about it.
How you know that?
Man, my parents, their honeymoon, found out where it was at. Most definitely, man. But look, bro, I'm
Right there on Canal Street, huh?
I think that's what it was. And it might have been, man. But look, man, I'm glad you came on the platform, bro. We gotta do this again, bro. Next time we get on, man, have some debates, as in like, you know, people might got questions who want to learn right now about real estate. You can do that. But again, man, I'm gonna always show love to people in the city who trying to do something better. Yeah, man, stay tuned, man.
I appreciate it, bro. And I just want to shout out just everything that's going on. I'm pretty sure you gonna put some footage of this, but this beautiful, like what's going on up and down this street right now, because like I was saying earlier, my office in the area.
Okay.
You know, and I ride up this street every single day, and I look at this project, and you know, sometimes I see people fighting right there at the street. Sometimes I might hit somebody, you know, going up the street and it's dark. The gas station always hot and a lot going on, and you know, sometimes you don't really know your place when you're somewhere you ain't from.
Right.
But a lot of the times I pass this little pocket and I just look and I'm like, man, crabs in the bucket. Like they put a fence around the projects and it's like 50 cent power. From a big rich town, I just come from the poorest part, and like even we were just outside, I'm looking at my apartment building, I'm looking at the skyscrapers, and I'm just trying to empathize and put myself in these people's shoes that walk to the top of the street in their projects and they see all these cranes, all this going on right there in their city, and they not getting a piece of it, you know what I mean? So like, it's good that, because I never really walked through here, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I know my place here, but seeing that y'all doing this, giving back to the community, they got people like Fridge doing this and like actually want to build upon the community. Judah, shout out to him. He was saying,
shout out to Ron Johnson, he just stepped in too, man.
Shout out to everybody, bro. They planting trees out here. Like, you got TSU on there. We just did something with them with the NIL and donated and helped the basketball team. They said the basketball team couldn't even go to the tournament last year because of funding, you know? And I'm like, that's some bullshit, because Nashville in the Southeast region got the most money, billions. Like, where the money going to then? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the people out here is why they call this Music City. You feel me? It ain't because of the country music. It's because of the Jubilee singers. It's because of Fist, you know what I'm saying? They like the TSU band, you know? They love us. They love the entertainment. They love what we could do. But it's like, why we not getting a piece of the pie? But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and keep asking for something. You got to go take it, you know what I'm saying? You got to go get it. And that's what, you know, when I see y'all doing this out here, it takes somebody to come do something, you know? So I just respect what y'all got going out here, and I love that you chose to do the interview over here. Because this was just a dope experience, just, you know, come and meet some.
Yeah, man, you know, I always got love for South Nashville. You know, I'm from East Nashville. My dad from outside. My granddad lived right down the street here on Claiborne Street. While we at Claiborne Street Church.
We got Claiborne in the city.
Yeah, I do.
In New Orleans.
Oh, man. I think it might be like a New Orleans, like a Creole type of name.
My people had a shop near Claiborne.
Wow. But look, shout out to Pastor Judy Johnson for letting her use her church.
Oh yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to that water cornbread too.
Oh yeah, he had the first time hot water cornbread today, man. But yeah, man, look, hey y'all, stay tuned.